I'm at the Fullerton Neuropsychological Services, which is just down the street. And at that practice, it's more of sort of an individual type of program that we offer. So individual therapy, individual cognitive rehabilitation, and then assessment. Okay. So what is cognitive rehabilitation? I just kind of wanted to go around to see what, our understanding of that was, or any ideas of what that is.
Like programs, like brain injury exercises.
Okay.
To help us regain strength in our thinking abilities.
Perfect. Yeah, that's a great answer. So really, if you think about rehabilitation, we usually think about like physical rehab, right? So what is that? Physical rehab is kind of building up your weaknesses, kind of exercising, practicing different stretching and things like that. When we think about cognitive rehabilitation, it's the same thing, except we're focusing more on mental processes, okay? So really the key components of cognitive rehabilitation are identifying your weaknesses and your strengths, right? But really the weaknesses that are a consequence of an injury, like a brain injury or a stroke. And then really applying strategies that are specific to you that will help increase functioning and increase independence. Those are the two ultimate goals for that type of therapy, right? So within that, we incorporate a number of different things. We focus on physical symptoms. We focus on cognitive symptoms that I'll speak to a little bit more, emotional and psychological. Okay, so it's very, if you look at it, it's very kind of holistic in that we look at all the different factors that could be affecting your functioning, okay, within your life. So within that, treatment modalities tend to be pretty comprehensive, right? So if we're looking at physical, emotional, psychological symptoms or issues that you may be having, we have to apply a variety of different strategies to target each one of those. Okay, so it's pretty comprehensive in that sense. But the key to the treatment, or the key to the success, is that it's also very individualized, right? So no two people are the same, right? No two brain injuries are the same. And we have to look at the very kind of individual factors that go into, your personal goals, what you're looking to get out of therapy, your specific strengths, your specific weaknesses, right? So brain injuries can affect people in a variety of different ways. So one of the first stages of our treatment is to do what we call a comprehensive neuropsychological evaluation. Okay. Out of a show of hands, how many people have undergone such an evaluation? Okay, it's pretty common. It's common practice, especially for the purpose of diagnosis, to understand what parts of your brain were really affected by the injury or by the stroke that you had, right? In terms of treatment, that same evaluation, it also identifies what areas were affected, but it also helps us understand what areas weren't and what areas are actually we can use to play towards your strengths, okay? So it's not just focusing on, what areas need improvement, but really it's looking at the whole kind of functioning that you're presenting with. The other thing that's involved in this evaluation, it's a thorough interview. So we're looking at your history, we're looking at your education, we're looking at your employment, we're looking at specific life stressors that are going on in your life, because that is going to play an obvious role in terms of what goals you're looking to accomplish within treatment, right? We're looking at how you were before the injury, right? So how you were typically functioning before. So let's say you had a learning disability before your injury. Well, that's going to be a very important piece of information in terms of how we're going to tackle the issues that you're currently facing, right? Or let's say you had attention difficulties before, right? That's also going to play a factor into how we can help, target a lot of these issues. Let's see, what else? Social support, right? We want to get a good understanding of the resources that you have in your life. Do you have a lot of family support? Do you have a lot of supportive network through, like, let's say, medical resources or your community? Those all play very key important factors in terms of how we can not just help you, but how we can help your environment really kind of create a supportive network for you to achieve your goals.